Welcome, cherished viewers, to the sanctuary of the latest updates and the most profound analyses of the celebrity world. Welcome once again to Whatever You Need. It is an absolute privilege to have you join us today as we embark on a narrative journey that twists and turns through the labyrinth of fame, affection, and the fragile nature of human connection. Before we dive into the depths of today's story, a story that has held the magazine agenda hostage for weeks, I must implore you to take a brief moment to support our endeavors. If you appreciate the depth of our reporting and the dedication we pour into every video, please ensure you have subscribed to Whatever You Need. And do not forget to activate the notification bell so you never miss a beat. Furthermore, for those who wish to become the true pillars of our community, the join button awaits your click. By becoming a member, you provide the essential fuel that keeps this channel running, allowing us to bring you these intricate stories. Your likes and comments are the lifeblood of our algorithm, so please, share your thoughts freely as we proceed. Now, let us unravel the mystery that has surrounded Burak Berkay, Özge Yağız, and Melissa Tapan. The crisis that had engulfed the social sphere, dominating the headlines and becoming the singular topic of conversation in every cafe and social media platform for days, has finally, and quite unexpectedly, ceded its chaotic territory to a profound and serene sense of relief. It was a moment in time where the collective consciousness of the gossip world had reached a verdict, the gavel had seemingly come down, and the narrative was set in stone. The relationship was over, the breakup was confirmed, and the love story we had all followed was turning into a tragedy. However, just as the ink was drying on the headlines proclaiming the end, a sudden confession emerged from the shadows, completely altering the trajectory of the situation and shattering the assumptions that had been built upon pillars of rumor and hearsay. The genesis of this turbulence was rooted in the persistent and swirling rumors of a burgeoning romance between Burak Berkay and Melissa Tapan. These were not merely whispers in the dark, they were loud, echoing claims that arose immediately after Burak's name was inextricably linked to Melissa in the public eye. The shockwave of these allegations did not merely vibrate through the impersonal realm of social media. It struck with devastating precision at the private lives of the individuals involved, specifically targeting the sanctity of the bond between Özge Yağız and Burak Berkay. One can only imagine the emotional toll such public scrutiny takes on a private heart. According to sources who maintain a close proximity to the celebrated actress, Özge was reportedly deeply disappointed, her spirit weighed down by the heavy burden of these rumors. It is said that she found herself in a position where she was forced to question the very foundation of her relationship, particularly during the agonizing uncertainty of recent weeks. As this question reverberated through the industry, asked aloud by fans and critics alike, the collective gaze of the public turned sharply toward Melissa Tapan. For a significant duration, Tapan had maintained a stoic silence, a strategy often employed to starve rumors of oxygen. However, as the narrative spiraled uncontrollably out of hand, threatening to cause irreparable damage to reputations and relationships, Tapan, whose silence had been notable and heavy, chose to speak for the first time. It was a moment of clarity in a fog of confusion. Her statement did not merely address the rumors, it completely dismantled the prevailing narrative that had been constructed by the tabloids. Her words were precise, unequivocal, and cut through the noise like a sharp blade. There is nothing between Burak and me. It is a complete misunderstanding. This declaration was not just a denial, it was a revelation that impacted not only the sensationalist tabloid headlines but also, and more importantly, the heart of Özge Yağız. One must pause to consider the relief such words bring, but also the lingering pain of the ordeal itself. What transpired behind the closed doors and velvet ropes after this statement was released was just as shocking, if not more so, than the rumors themselves. It was the catalyst for a profound internal reckoning between the couple. I want to pause here for a moment, dear viewers of Whatever You Need, and ask you a question that touches on the human condition. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a simple misunderstanding spiraled so far out of control that it threatened to destroy something beautiful? How did you handle the truth when it finally came out? We are incredibly curious to hear your personal experiences and wisdom on this matter in the comments section below. And while you are down there typing your thoughts, remember that clicking the join button on our channel is the ultimate way to show us that you value this kind of deep dive storytelling. Your support allows us to keep digging for the truth. Reportedly, in the aftermath of Melissa's clear, frank, and undeniable confession, the dynamic between Özge and Burak shifted from estrangement to confrontation, but a confrontation of the most constructive kind. It is said that Özge and Burak engaged in a long, arduous, and deeply emotional conversation. This was not a brief chat. Sources indicate that this dialogue lasted for hours, extending perhaps into the deep silence of the night where defenses are lowered and truths are spoken. In this sanctuary of communication, feelings were expressed openly, raw, and unfiltered. The most delicate, fragile points of their relationship, the cracks that the rumors had exposed, were discussed with a maturity that is rare in the high-pressure cooker of fame. Sources close to the couple, who have witnessed this emotional rollercoaster firsthand, claim that Özge chose to listen to the whisper of her heart during this tumultuous process. Despite the noise of the outside world, she had not completely lost faith in the man she loved, Burak. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of trust. Furthermore, it is stated that Burak's conduct during this crisis was exemplary. He reportedly remained extremely calm and transparent, acting as an anchor in the storm. He openly explained every detail, hiding nothing, and offering total honesty as the antidote to the poison of rumor. The couple's decision to overcome this difficult period, rather than succumbing to the pressure to part ways, has once again demonstrated the formidable strength of their relationship. The misunderstandings and baseless claims that are so common in the ruthless world of celebrity gossip did not result in a breakup this time. On the contrary, in a twist of fate, they led Özge and Burak to cling even more tightly to one another. It is the classic narrative of the phoenix rising from the ashes. The fire that was meant to destroy them only served to forge a stronger bond. Sources close to the couple claim that a new chapter has definitively opened in their relationship. This is not merely a return to the status quo, it is an evolution. Communication has been strengthened, the lines of dialogue are more open than ever, and some boundaries have been redefined to protect the sanctity of their union. Following all these dramatic events, the eyes of the public and the press are now fixed intently on Özge and Burak, waiting with bated breath for a possible joint publication or appearance. Although the couple is currently choosing to remain silent, enjoying the peace of their reconciliation away from the cameras, a photo of them together after this turbulent period would serve as the strongest, most undeniable sign that the rumors have completely ceased, and that love has triumphed. Before we discuss the third player in this drama, Melissa Tapan, let me remind you once more to support whatever you need. If you are enjoying this deep analysis, please consider hitting that thanks button or joining our membership program. Your contributions help us maintain the high quality of our writers and researchers. Also, tell us in the comments, do you think privacy is possible for modern celebrities, or is it a lost cause? We read every single comment. On the other side of this triangle, Melissa Tapan notably backtracked and retreated after her explosive statement. Tapan, who has been visibly limiting her social media posts since the incident, is supposedly highly uncomfortable with her name being associated with such drama. She has consciously chosen to remain silent to avoid any further misunderstandings or fuel for the fire. Gossip circles are in agreement that this clear, dignified stance significantly influenced Özge's decision to reconcile. It removed the active threat and allowed clarity to return. All these events suggest a definitive rift in the public perception of the relationship between Özge and Burak, but in a way that serves them. It is considered a turning point. It is rumored that the couple, who before the crisis had a more outgoing, visible, and relaxed relationship, have decided to make their private life strictly private after this event. The decision has been discussed among their friends, with the emphasis now being placed on a relationship that only they know about, not one that everyone is talking about. It is a move towards intimacy over publicity. In conclusion, a story that seemed destined for a tragic ending between Burak and Özge has taken a completely different, hopeful turn thanks to an unexpected confession and a sincere, adult confrontation. This relationship, which was teetering on the precipice of collapse due to the weight of misunderstandings, is now moving forward with more cautious but undeniably firmer steps. gossip columnists and fans alike are now focusing on one remaining question. Will the first photo of them together after this tumultuous period put a definitive end to all the lingering whispers? Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this extensive report. We hope this deep dive gave you a clearer picture of the truth behind the headlines. You have been watching Whatever You Need, your #1 source for celebrity truths. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video to help us grow, and consider clicking the join button to support us directly. We value your presence here immensely. Until the next scandal breaks or the next truth is revealed, take care of yourselves and remember, sometimes, love requires a second listen. Goodbye for now.